First, I would like to talk about United States versus Ernest, the NBA basketball gambling case. The defendants in this case are Eric Ernest, Marvez Farley, Shane Hennon, De Niro Laster, Damon Jones, a former NBA player and coach, and Terry Rozier, a current NBA player. Other co-conspirators were previously charged for their roles in the scheme, including former NBA player Jonte Porter. Between December 2022 and March 2024, these defendants perpetrated a scheme to defraud by betting on inside, non-public information about NBA athletes and teams.
There's been big news in the world of professional basketball this week. A sweeping federal investigation has led to the arrest of a current NBA coach and player, and it's dragged organized crime, gambling rings, and insider information into the spotlight. Today we break down what happened, who's involved, how the schemes work, and what this could mean for the league's integrity. On October 23rd, 2025, federal authorities announced the arrest of 34 people across 11 states, including key figures in the NBA world. Chauncey Billups, head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, and Terry Rozier, guard for the Miami Heat, were among those charged. The schemes involved two separate but related investigations, one regarding illegal sports betting using insider information, the other involving rigged underground poker games tied to organized crime. The league responded by placing Billups and Rozier on immediate leave while reviewing the indictments. Let's focus on the main NBA figures who are involved in this. Chauncey Billups, Hall of Famer, current head coach in Portland, arrested in Oregon as part of the illegal poker scheme with mafia ties, which is really crazy and insane to me. And then we got Terry Rozier, veteran guard for the Miami Heat, arrested in Orlando in a scheme alleging insider NBA information passed on for betting advantage. Damon Jones, former NBA player and assistant coach, also charged in both the poker and sports betting schemes. These arrests are not isolated. They represent the tip of the larger investigation that spans across organized crime and professional sports. So this runs really deep. So let's look at the main schemes. Insider sports betting scheme. Investigators allege that NBA insiders provided non-public information such as impending player injuries, benching decisions, or even intentional underperformance to bettors who then placed large wagers on that information. I'm going off script real quick. An example of this is basically LeBron James had an ankle injury sometime in the last couple years when Damon Jones was an assistant coach of the Lakers, and he passed information that LeBron James was injured before it was public. So people betted against the Lakers because obviously their best player was out. So now let's look into the second scheme, rigged poker operation. This scheme involves underground poker games organized by major crime families, including 4 big mafia families across states like New York, Las Vegas, the Hamptons, etc. Victims were lured to play with prominent athletes/coaches. Then the games were rigged using cheating technology, rigged shuffling machines, x-ray machines, all that type of stuff to cheat the players out of money. Billups and Jones are accused of being recruited as attractive faces to entice gamblers and share in the profits. According to the FBI, the fraud amounts are a mind-boggling tens of millions of dollars across years, across 11 states. Crazy. So let's go over why this case matters. It's really big. So first of all, we got the integrity of the game. When coaches or players share non-public info or rig outcomes, fans lose trust. The NBA has long emphasized that bettors should not influence the actual game. Then we got legalized sports betting risks. As sports betting becomes more mainstream, the risk of inside info leaking, prop bet manipulation, and organized crime involvement increases. The authorities have flagged this. And the sports betting world is a huge way that the NBA or companies make money off of people betting. And this will turn off a lot of people betting, so the NBA will lose a lot of money off. So now we got broader impact. If players and coaches can manipulate outcomes or information, it could affect league rules, player contracts, and broadcast rights. And finally, organized crime infiltration. The involvement of mafia families and cheating technology emphasizes that this is not casual gambling, it's a criminal enterprise. It's not just about a few bets. The whole ecosystem is at risk. Teams, leagues, bettors, sportsbooks, and regulators. So what are the possible consequences, you might ask? For the individuals, arrests on charges like wire fraud conspiracy, money laundering, gambling conspiracy. If convicted, it could do serious prison time, fines, and bans from the NBA or other professional sports. For the NBA, potential sanctions for teams, rule changes, tighter monitoring, reputational hit. The league said it's reviewing. For the broader sports betting industry, increased scrutiny from regulators, possibly more restrictions on prop bets, closer collaborations between leagues and law enforcement. And last but not least, for the fans and players, heightened awareness that what appears to be game strategy might be influenced by external financial interests. There's also the worst case scenario. If any game outcome was intentionally manipulated, like point shaving, benching key players to benefit bets, it could lead to sports integrity disasters. This isn't the first time a gambling scandal has hit the NBA. For example, the infamous referee scandal of Tim Donaghy in 2007 raised alarms over referees betting on their own games. Today's case is way more complex and way bigger, involving coaches, players, organized crime rings, and modern technology for cheating. The size and scope, 10 states, multiple crime families, 2 types of schemes, mark this as one of the biggest sports betting scandals in maybe history. So what should we keep an eye on in the coming months? Definitely, first of all, is court outcomes, how the indictments proceed, who pleads, what evidence is revealed, league action, how the NBA responds, suspensions, bans, policy changes, game integrity audits. Will there be retrospective reviews of games involving key figures like injury reports or odd performances? Betting market fallout. Will sportsbooks suggest how they monitor inside activity or prop bet volume? Team reputation or roster movement? Teams involved may face internal investigations, player departments, or public relations blowback. For the fans, just keep watching how the league handles transparency for bettors. Understand that even legal betting still depends on the integrity behind the scenes. So in a big summary of this video, a major scandal has unfolded in the NBA world where a current coach and player stand accused of being part of a massive gambling and fraud scheme that undermined the very foundation of the sport. The investigation continues, and what emerges next could reshape how the league and professional sports in general handles gambling, inside information, and integrity. I'm sorry if this video was a little sloppy in how I talked. I didn't fully have the script down and stuff like that. Very sorry. This was such a spur of the moment type video. I had a Carmelo Anthony video planned for today, but we'll move that on. I already have that recorded and everything, so that will be the next video. But yeah, I had to make a video on this because this is the wildest thing to happen in the NBA in probably 20 plus years, maybe something like that. I mean, we had the whole Malik Beasley thing. He's still not on the roster. Who knows what's going to happen with him, but I think he's been cleared by the FBI, so hopefully he's good. But yeah, this is just crazy because it really has organized crime in it, if that makes sense. You don't really hear much about that. You hear about Jonte Porter was betting on games and stuff like that. You hear stuff like that, but having a whole mafia, organized crime families and stuff like that all in this is kind of wild, and the whole poker thing is crazy. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know. And yeah, back to the regular scheduled program for the next video. But yeah, I had to make a video on this whole scandal and everything. But yeah, it's grateful, and I'm out. Peace.